Hello, my name is Marion Maingo and I am a developing virtual assistant. I am very excited to be in this journey. Personally, I come from a background in humanitarian work and project administration, and I'm now channeling those skills that I learned into a new professional chapter. So in this video, I'll like to walk you through what I've learned in this course so far. Basically all about the VA profession, what makes a strong VA, and about myself. Welcome. So what exactly is a virtual assistant? We have to know who is a virtual assistant before continuing with whatever work they do. So to me, a virtual assistant is a remote professional who provides administrative, organizational, technical, or any specialized support to their clients. Whether the clients are business owners, entrepreneurs, executives, or even small teams. The keyword is remote. A virtual assistant must be a remote worker. As the term says, it's a virtual assistant. So VAs work from wherever they are, using digital tools to deliver real, meaningful results. On a day-to-day basis, a VA might be managing either emails, calendars, coordinating meetings, conducting research, handling social media, preparing documents, or communicating with clients on behalf of the business owner that they support. You will ask yourself, why does this role even exist? So this role of a VA exists because most business owners tend to run the business alone. So often they find themselves doing everything alone, that they spend hours on tasks that takes their attention away from growing their business, serving the clients well. So a virtual assistant steps in to take those tasks off the plate of the CEO or the business owner. The VA doesn't just save time, they create space for the client to think, to lead, to grow. That's the real value of this profession, and that's what drew me to it, because one day I would want to be a business owner. So I think by being a VA, it will help me know how things run. During this course, a few qualities stood out to me as truly defining what makes a strong virtual assistant. So the first quality will be reliability and follow through. A client has to trust that when they give you a task to their VA, it will get done on time with the right standard and without needing constant reminders. So in my experience working in the administration and humanitarian setting, I learned being someone others can count on is not a small thing, it is everything. In a VA role, that consistency is what builds long-term professional relationships. So the second quality will be strong communication. A VA works asynchronously, sometimes across even time zones. So clear, professional, and timely communication means that the client never feels left in the dark. Thirdly, I'd like to highlight adaptability. So every business, every client has their own tools that they use. So being able to adapt very quickly to a different setting, to a different maybe culture, or to a different tool is very good, and highly encouraged as a VA. So to be said to be a strong VA, you should be very flexible, and that will help you thrive across different industries and contexts. When I look at what I already bring to this profession, a few things stand out. The first will be organization and administrative skills. So I spent so many years as an administrator in the humanitarian sector, managing files, coordinating processes, preparing reports, and supporting teams under pressure. Those aren't skills I'm building from scratch. I already have them, and they're a part of me. So in my VA role, that foundation is incredibly valuable. So the second one will be attention to detail and process thinking. My work as an RSD reviewer required me to go through complex documentation carefully, identify key information, and produce accurate assessment. That habit of thoroughness, of not rushing, of checking my work, translates directly into VA tasks like document preparation, research, and data management. Thirdly, I will say empathy and people awareness. How I've worked with vulnerable population, and that work teaches you to listen carefully, to communicate with sensitivity, and to understand what people actually need. Sometimes even before they fully articulate what they want to say, you already known what they need. So for a VA supporting a business, sometimes stressed clients, that emotional intelligence matters most. I believe honest self-assessment is one of the most important professional skills that there is. So I want to be straightforward about where I still need to grow. Of course, we all have somewhere we are not perfect. We need to learn every day. So one of the area is digital tools and platforms. Well, I'm comfortable with general office software. There are tools widely used in the VA world, like project management platforms like the Notion that I'm still learning, CRM systems, or advanced social media scheduling tools. So before this, I was never a social media person, but right now, I just have to. So there's still learning that I need to do. I know these are important, and I'm actively working through training to build that fluency. So another area is marketing myself and my services. Coming from an employment background, I am more used to being hired than to position myself as a professional service provider. Learning how to communicate my value clearly, build an online presence, and approach potential clients confidently is a skill I'm developing, and this course is part of that journey. That's why, in fact, I enrolled for the VA ALX program. Finally, I want to improve my speed and efficiency with tech workflows. I'm methodical, which is a strength, but in a fast-paced VA environment, I also need to be able to move quickly, build templates using shortcuts, and systemizing my work, or areas I'm intentionally working on, like maybe the AI automation stuff. And we also had to talk about mindset, grit, and growth. That part of the course really resonated with me, especially the idea of a growth mindset. A growth mindset, simply put, is the belief that your abilities are not fixed, which they are not. Of course, we are humans and we evolve and we learn. So nothing is fixed. Our abilities are never fixed. Our skills are never fixed. That you can improve, learn, adapt, and develop. So if you're willing to put in the work and stay open to feedback, the opposite of this, believing that you're either good at something or you're not, is the kind of thinking that stops people before they even begin. So you just have to start, either one day or day one. So grit is what keeps you going when the growth is slow or the path is very hard. It's not about never struggling. It's about deciding that the struggle is worth it. Personally, this isn't just a concept. I'm navigating significant transitions in my life, career changes, personal challenges, starting over. Each time, what got me through was not talent alone, but persistence. I really don't know what my talent is, but yeah, and a refusal to define myself by a difficult moment. So when I look at my life, I don't have to always think about the difficult moments. I also have the light moments, and I use those to enable me to push forward. So I carry that same spirit into this program and into the VA profession, that I won't let my difficult moments define me. So I'm looking ahead. What excites me the most is the possibility of building something of my own, which I will, a professional identity as a virtual assistant that reflects who I am and the value I genuinely bring to everybody, anyone, and even in businesses. So, I'm looking forward to developing stronger technical skills, building my first client relationship, and eventually specializing in areas that align with my background. Perhaps supporting nonprofits, humanitarian organizations, or small business owners who need reliable, thoughtful administrative support. I know there will be challenges, competition, the learning curve, building confidence in selling my services, but I also know I am not approaching this empty-handed. I am not. I have some skills and I'm learning them. I have real skills, real experience, and real commitment to doing this very well to the best of my knowledge or performance. Kind of VA I want to become is someone known for integrity, reliability, genuine care for the clients I serve, someone who just doesn't complete tasks, but who makes the people she works with feel very supported and capable of doing what they do best. I'm ready for this journey and I'm just getting started. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to growing, learning, and showing off fully in this program and profession.